Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 19. We're just going to go through our field of weeds here and pick up the rest of the bales. These weeds are really quite severe in here. There's far more here than I thought there would be, just in that short space of time. It's quite impressive, I got to say. It is very impressive, the speed at which the weeds have turned up in this field. But anyway, we will gather up these bales, and then once we've done that, we can start doing a little bit of planting. We've got, over in the little field down there, there was wheat grown in there, wasn't there? So that's harvested, and this is harvested. So we're going to want to plant more stuffs. I'm thinking that we should plant wheat in the big field, and that we should plant something else down there, although I don't actually know what we should plant. Whether we should just swap them over, do oats in one and wheat in the other. Might be easier to do that. Let me just switch over to this one. Oh, you're finished with the baling, aren't you? So I suppose really we ought to put this, we'll put the baler away a minute, and then we can get that seed drill on, and we can start that one planting in the first field. So we don't fast forward time until we've got the planting done. Now that ought to be sort of the most sensible thing. There are some other crops that I would like to plant. I really would, but I'm not going to worry about them at the moment. There we go. We just unhitched that one there. Yeah, I'm going to leave other crops for a minute, and we'll get these planted. This is going to give us a decent supply of food back here at the farm, and we're not then going to have to go worrying about anything else. So what are we doing? We're going to do... Well, let me just have a look in storage a second. So we have at the moment 17,000 litres of oats. And we've got 7,000 litres of wheat. So we haven't got masses of either. Now, our horses over here, they're sort of doing all right. We've got Patrick, Dante, Jamie, Michael, and Windwalker. And then we got Tech Lime at the bottom, who's on 83%. We've got $42,000 on him. They're all right at the moment for food and stuff. We don't need to worry about them. Food is absolutely fine up here. Well, actually... the food on this lot is starting to lower down a bit. Then we've got the sheep over here. They're all right for today. The chickens there, they're all right for today as well. And we've now got, under eggs, 716 litres there. Oh, 965. It's now picked up the other one. The big pallet that we've got there. So they're using the big pallet at the moment. Now, did I go and put fertiliser across this field? I cannot remember. That's the next thing we just want to check very quickly. Soil composition. I got mowing that I need to do over there. If I remove the weeds, I haven't put fertiliser on the field yet. I ought really just to put some fertiliser on here first before we start planting. We'll do it with this one. We'll do it with this one, and then we'll go and do those bales. So we can sort of, I want to try and keep everything running as quickly as we can. So we get the fertiliser on, and then once we've done that, then we can worry about doing the spraying afterwards. And we can sort of deal with that. So let's just back into here and grab you. We will soon be in a position... We've sort of... It was the chickens. I wanted a big chicken farm, and I wanted to see how well we could make that work. I haven't actually had time, unfortunately, to go looking for a pallet autoloader, which was something I said that I wanted to do before today's episode. So I apologise for that. That's something that I haven't actually gone and done yet. It is on my to-do list. I am hoping to do it at some point, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. So I will be looking for a pallet autoloader, see if I can find one, and see if that will make a difference to us and the things that we want to do. I've also got some more ploughing that I want to do up here, as well as some mowing on the field over there as well. We just take a quick cut off of that field there, and then we want to expand that field out. That was kind of the next thing we wanted to do. All of which we'll worry about a bit later on. Let's just stop that there, back up round, and go to about that point, I think. There we go. Right. Now, press H on there. That one will start there. It's probably going to tell us that seed drill is in the way. That's going to be the next thing it'll do. It'll just say the seed drill's in the way and it's causing trouble and I can't cope with it and yada yada yada. But we won't worry about that too much. We can always go and drive round it in a minute. How many bales have we got left? soon as we've got these bales here out of the way, we'll run over and we'll sell them. We've got the weeds. I'm not going to worry about until after we've done the planting, and then we can sort of deal with it as and when and how. I'm not quite sure when. I'm soon going to be looking at new maps. Now, we did the live stream, and we used the new Fenton Forest Map by Stevie, and I was thoroughly impressed with that map. I thought it was absolutely incredible. He's released the test version 2 of that map at the moment, and I'm guessing that the full release of the map will be along before too much longer. I don't want to be doing anything on the test versions because there's a very good chance that after testing, once you get the next version, you'll need to, or we would need to do a full wipe and a brand new save. So I don't really want to do that. Now, what I was really enjoying at the end of FS17 was doing 4 weeks on each map that we did at this end of the week, and then doing offering it up to a vote to see who wanted me to carry on playing on the map and who wanted me to go on and do something different, go on to a different map, and so on and so forth. We'll soon be approaching the point where we've got enough maps that we could start doing that. And I was thinking that when the Fenton Forest one is ready, we could go and start doing a Let's Play on the Fenton Forest map, because it was such a gorgeous map. It was absolutely fantastic. I was so impressed with it. I really was. And I had a lot of fun doing that live stream. If you haven't seen the... if you haven't seen it, I did save the live stream. Well, it's saved. It's on the channel. You can go and have a look at it. I had a lot of fun doing that live stream. I had a lot of fun looking around that map, and I think we could have, you know, it's on the Felsbrunn map, but it's very heavily modded. It's a very heavily edited Felsbrunn map, like the castle and everything. That's all gone now, and you've got big fields. You've got a massive forestry area on the map as well. And I think it could be a lot of fun. So I'd like to hear your views and opinions about how you think series at this end of the week should progress. Now, what I've been doing on here is we've got everything on easy mode, and it's mostly been about sort of looking at our machinery and seeing what we want to do, trying out some new toys and stuff like that. It's a lot different to our super hardcore series at the other end of the week. And I want to keep it like that. I don't want to be doing a hardcore version of this one. I don't want to be doing this on hard mode gameplay. I want to keep this on easy mode gameplay where we don't really have to worry about getting money or anything like that. We worry about what we're doing with the game and how we're going to progress different bits of it and things like that. Wait a minute. I said I was going to do wheat in the big field over there, not this one. So I'm planting wheat in here at the moment, quite enthusiastically too, it must be said. Let's change over to oats on here. I've got 17,000 litres of oats, haven't I? I'm just thinking, how much do we need? Oh, hang on, look, we got 15,000 there, and that's barely halfway. We do need more oats. Okay, we will grow it. I was wondering maybe we should grow something like canola or something like that. But no, I think we do actually need some oats. So I will go all the way around the edge. We'll plant oats. And then, you know, we could think about making this field a little... I don't think we will. We won't worry about making this field bigger at the moment. We'll leave this one. So we'll pick that up. We do have some more things that we want to purchase. We've also got a load of wool down there that we want to sell as well. We've got masses of wool. But yeah, I like the idea of having the two sharp contrasts in this different series that we do. So this one here will continue being a, you know, we'll have lots of money. We'll do it on easy mode. So, I like the idea also of going and looking at more maps. I don't think they're quite enough out yet for me to be doing a weekly vote, or a monthly vote rather, on which map do we go to next. I'm going to leave that for a little while yet until some more maps come out. But at the moment, I'm definitely thinking that the Fenton Forest Map by Stevie could be one that we go to soon-ish once it becomes available. Because I know that some people are getting a bit fed up with being here on the Ravenport. I know some of you like this series and you're enjoying sort of what we're trying to achieve here. I know there's a lot of you also want me to do some cows on here, which we have not done yet. I haven't gotten as far as the cows. I've been saying I'm going to do the cows, but I haven't actually got there yet. So I am going to do it. I am going to get to the cows. I'm going to do cows. I keep telling you all that that's what I'm going to do, and I still haven't done it yet. I'm going to go back over to the other end over there, and I'm going to take another slice all the way across on the bottom end, and then I'm hoping the hired help will then just be able to take over and do most of the rest of this field, which means we can go and sell those bales, and then we can go and fertilize our other field over there. And we could also see about selling our the horse Windwalker, and then once we've sold Windwalker, we'll have a big chunk of cash which we can use for a few other bits and pieces, namely getting the Skidsteer. I want a Skidsteer. I definitely want one of those. If I get you right there, see the oats, they go right out to the side over there. Oh, the wheat. If I go there, that's not going to be quite enough. So I want to just bring that back like that. And then I want to move it again. And I want to swing it over a little bit like that. There. And I reckon if I press H right now, it should overlap sufficiently and go all the way up. And we should only have oats planted in this field. It's planting over the wheat right there. That's good. Let me go into the map right here. We want fruit types right there. And it's planting oats. It hasn't left any wheat down there by the look of it. It should be okay. Now what's it going to do? Hopefully it will do the turn. It does very strange things sometimes. Does very strange things sometimes. Oh, I know what it's doing. It's not going all the way to the top end of the field. It's turning further down. It's recognizing the land as planted, but it's not planted with what we wanted it to be planted with. So I'm going to bring it over here and do it to there, because it needed to go from the top up here, but it's decided not to do that. I think about there is where I want it. Let me try that. Lower you down there. Go all the way through and plant that. Hopefully it will now do the full turn and everything. I'm just going to leave it go. I'm not going to get involved with it. I'm going to trust my man that I've got employed on the job, and I'm going to leave him to it, and we're going to carry on over here. So we'll run this up, and we will sell these bales very quickly, and that'll be that done. I know that we've got mowing available on field 26 that we could go and do. I'm going to leave that for a minute because I want to get on with the other jobs. So give me your views and opinions on the Fenton Forest Map. Would you like me to go on to that one as soon as the actual full release version is available? Is there a few things you'd like me to get done on here first? I know I said I wanted to do cows. Do you want to see me stay on this series until we've at least got cows established and up and running, so that we've accomplished something of what we want to get done? When we do move to another map, and let's just assume at the moment that we're going to move to the Fenton Forest one, because that is such a fantastic map, so well made. I don't think that we need to be hunting around for another one at the moment. We could just go with that one. So let's just assume that we're going to move to that map. And if we are, how would you like me to play it? Do you want me to sort of carry on doing what I've been doing here, where I just, we'll start off with additional money. We go with a bit more money than what we've got right now. I don't know, I'll start off with, we've got the house and everything there to start with, and we'll go for like a $500,000 or something just to kick-start it all. And we already own a big chunk of land, loads of machinery and everything on there already, so it's going to be good. We'll put it all on easy mode, easy economy and all the rest of it, so we haven't got to worry too much about the money coming in. The idea is to farm and to sort of play around with the different machinery and see how we get on with that. That would be the idea with doing it, or at least that's what I would like to do. So give me your views and opinions on it. What do you think about it? Is that how you would like me to run it, or would you prefer me to do it slightly differently to that? Would you prefer me not to use Fenton Farm? Do you want to see something different? All your views and opinions down below, and I will be able to then start judging how people want me to progress. Because obviously we're not going to stay on this map forever. We will be moving on to other maps, and I did really enjoy the 4 weeks at each map. Right? Put it up for a vote for you every 4 weeks, and you all told me which ones you wanted, which ones you liked, and you know, we got a good variety of maps going on like that, and it's sort of, yeah, it was great that we got to see so many different things. We got a lot of different styles of farming involved with that, from small mountains up to great big farms and all sorts. I had a lot of fun with it. So I'd like to be doing that again, and I know that there are already some coming through, but we'll still leave it a little bit. Maybe when we do move to, I'm just going to assume that we are moving to Fenton Forest. So when we move to Fenton Forest, maybe once we move there, I could then start doing a monthly question about where you want me to go for the next 4 weeks after that, and you know, the same format that we were using before. This is kind of what I'm thinking. It's a little bit up in the air at the moment, obviously. I haven't established anything yet. I have done a weekly question on the Boulder Canyon, on the Super Hardcore series. And I will probably keep doing a weekly question on the Super Hardcore series. Although, I may not do it every week. I'm not quite sure yet. Because there are a lot of things on there that, you know, there's certain things that I would like to do that I'm not going to sort of leave open to a vote. I want to sort of run that in ways that I've already got pictured in my mind as to how I want to do them. So, yeah, it's finding things that I can have for votes on there. But anyway, we don't need to worry about that series. We're not doing that series today. We're doing this series. So yeah, get in the comment section down below, give me all of your views and opinions, and I will work on them from there. Obviously, I won't be able to respond to them in tomorrow's episode, or Monday's episode for that matter, but next Tuesday, I'll be able to start processing some of your feedback, because by that time, I will have seen some. I record tomorrow's episode and next Monday's episode will all be recorded before this one goes live. So you do need to keep that into it. I think most of you already know that by this point. Most of you have been around on this channel long enough to know all of those little details. So we'll bring the fertilizer up round here. And I'm going to just do one round around the outside. Then I'll set the hired help going, and that can finish this field off. And then once we've done that, we need to... Shoot, what am I going to do? I think we want to be selling the horse next. That's got to be our next thing. There's two things that I want to do. I want to sell the horse. I want to buy a skid steer. And I want to bring that one back down here. And I also want to get a trailer for loading pallets on. Now, I would really like an auto-load trailer for pallets. But I don't have one at the moment. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. There are other pallets. There are other trailers around. And we can just use the skid steer for loading them up at the moment. Bring that up to that point right there and start you again. Right, hired help will carry on now and spread fertilizer all across here, so that will then be ready for planting wheat in this field. I may not worry, once we've got this planted... Ooh, that's looking much better, look at that. It's not leaving loads of bits either. I mean, it does help that we've removed a load of the stumps up over there. Once we've got all of this planted, we can then start fast-forwarding time a little bit more so that those chickens over there will start advancing a little bit faster. And what else? Oh, I know what I wanted to do. So let's go up. Oh, no. We can't do that yet. We need to go over to here. Now, I haven't actually got a horse box yet and gone and delivered a horse to a sell point. It is on my to-do list. I would like to do this. Right, but we're not going to do that today. I've definitely got that on my to-do list. So at the moment, we've got Patrick, Dante, Jamie, Michael, and Wind Walker are all at 17,000, 34%. Tech Lime here is at $42,000. So I'm going to sell him. I'm going to sell him right now. And then once we've sold that one, so go into here and press R. So we've got Tech Lime over there. Move him across like that. It's going to cost us $300 in movement fees. So we're going to get $41,700 for selling Windwalker. He's not quite up to maximum, but that 42,000 is going to be very, very useful. So we'll do that now, and then we'll go into the shop, and we will go to there, and we'll go to baling technology. And yes, we do have it. It's that one right there. I wanted one that would take pallets. I mean, we could just use this Flegel one. I do like this Flegel one. This is a good bale trailer. Plus it's got the extension. Yeah, we can have the extensions there for $1,500. Oh, that Flegel there was the original one. I don't want to use that one. Or is this one here? I really like this configuration of trailer. I actually prefer this over the ones with the turntables, partly because it's a lot easier to turn them. We've got a beautiful hot pink right there we could go for. I'm not going to do hot pink in everything, much as I'm tempted to. I did explain this in the time-lapse, not the time-lapse, in the recent video that I did, the live stream, in the live stream. Yellow. Just trying to think what colour we should go for, because I've seen various different coloured trailers. Ooh, I know. A darker blue, like that. That is Gold Hoffer blue. Just go for a dark navy blue, I think, right there, with JCB rims. I like that. That's a pretty good look. Okay, we'll go with that. Trelleborg or Michelin. We'll go with, I think we'll go with Michelin tyres today. And we're going to buy that trailer there. It's $12,900. Yes. Thank you very much. Back out of there and back. Oh no, we want to go up there. And now we want to go to Skidsteer loaders. So I said about, possibly the JCB. But really this is the one that I want. It's that one right there. That one's most similar to the Bobcat that I've driven previously. So that's the reason that I want it. Is because it looks more similar to the Bobcat than any of the other ones. So we'll go with this one. And we're going to buy it. We're not going to lease it. $35,000. And I don't think we're going to want anything with that one other than... Wait a minute. No, it's going to be all in here, isn't it? Telehandlers, skid steer loaders. I don't think we're going to want anything other than pallet forks. I don't think there's anything else that we want to go with them. We've got the JCB collection over here. We've got some tree stuff there. But no, I really don't think we want anything other than... There is a high dump bucket that we could consider. Which does that take? 12,000 litres, not very much. No, I think the pallet forks is about the only thing that we're really going to want with this one. We've got a choice of red. I'm going to go with red. Not for any particular reason about the colour. It's just that when I'm using it, it's going to be easier for me to see the pallet, the actual forks, where they are. When we're trying to load things up. So we'll buy that one there for $800. Back again. And we're going to go into here now, and we're going to go to big bags. Now, I've got some seed back at the farm, so I'm going to buy one of those. There. No, actually, I'm going to buy two of these. Right, buy two of them. We could go for the big bags if we want. I'm not going to do big bags at the moment. I do have the X-Lifter back at home. Mind you, it could be interesting. You do get a nice bit, and you get 2,000... Wait a minute. 2,000 litres in that one. 1,920. I suppose it would make sense that it's slightly cheaper to buy. We'll buy it in this. 2,000 litres there of fertiliser. And I'll buy... Yeah, because you're buying it in more bulk here, it would make sense it would actually work out a little bit cheaper. So there's 4,000 litres, 8,000 litres of fertiliser right there. You don't have enough money, yeah. I didn't want to buy any more. What I want to do now is I want to go to pallets, and I want to go to egg pallets. There. Now, I've got 2 spare egg pallets at the moment. Yeah, that's all of my money. I've now got egg pallets, I've got big pallets, and I've got several other pallets as well. And we've spent absolutely every penny that we've got. There they are, they're all lined up. And I'm going to need to load all of those onto this trailer, which is going to be good practice for us using the trailer. You right here have, in theory, now finished. Let's go up that way, and we go growth there. There's one little patch there in the middle that we need to go and do. Let's just spin round a second. We've still got 770 litres in here. So we've got one little strip that we want to do up this way. There it is. I see it now. Start spreading. Just a little, it's only this little patch right here. There isn't any more than that. And then that's that field there completely spread with fertilizer all the way across. Right, let's just double check. And yes, that's close enough. It's good enough. Right. Fertilizer is done. So we'll take this tractor now up to the top and up to the shop, and we will put that one going. Now that one's got to go with the trailer, and then we want to load that trailer up completely. We've got to get the skid steer back here. And I was just wondering how we should do that. I don't think it's really... Well, I was wondering about getting like a transport, but I'm sort of thinking it's probably not actually going to be worth the bother of getting a transport. It's just going to be a pretty slow drive getting it back over here, that's all. We just have to... We'll just go with the slow drive. I do want a front weight because there's going to be a fair bit of weight on that trailer pushing us down, so... That's going to make us quite light on the steering, so we'd want a front weight for that one as we were heading back through. We'll stop there a second, and we'll go over to you over here. That field is completely and properly and thoroughly planted. So next we will go this way, and we will change that over to wheat now. And this time we do actually want wheat. We can go twice around this field, and then once we've done that, we can let the hired help carry on and do whatever it's going to do. And we can then head up to the shop. I wasn't going to do it on this farm, but I know some people have said they want me to do organic farming. Organic farming is something that I've considered doing in the Felsbrunn time-lapse. I probably won't do it on the Felsbrunn time-lapse, but I probably consider doing it in the next time-lapse series. I haven't actually done full organic farming in any of the time-lapse series yet, so it's something that I would like to look into doing. So I'm kind of sort of toying with how I'm going to introduce that into the time-lapse, but I know that there are a few of you that would like me to try and do full organic farming. I'm not going to worry about doing it in the super hardcore series, at least not at the moment, but maybe we could do it on here. And I wasn't thinking this map, I was thinking when the Fenton Forest one is fully released, we could actually go and we could start off by farming the Fenton Forest Map as fully organic. It could be an interesting challenge. It could sort of present its own difficulties for us as we try to work our way through that. It's definitely different doing it organically. One thing that we don't have to worry too much about with organic farming is finding masses and masses of fertilizer, because we've only got to get 2 coats of fertilizer on the fields in the first place. And you can't switch that off now. You can't switch it over just to have 1 coat. That is one difference with the game now. You used to be able to change it so you could just do 1 lot of fertilizer and then not have to worry about it too much. But that's not a thing that we're able to switch on and off anymore. But what we can do is we can plant oilseed radishes. And you do 1 lot of oilseed radish, and then as soon as they've sprouted, so it does take a little bit longer, but as soon as they've sprouted, you can then go back through and you cultivate them in, or just use a direct drill, and then put slurry over the field straight after that, and you're done. You've done all the fertilizing, and you've only had to have 1 load of manure or fertilizer, manure or slurry from your animals across the field, and you don't need to apply any more fertilizers. The only thing that it would be difficult is if you don't get weeds coming through in the first growth stage. Either just as soon as you planted, or during the first growth stage. If you've got to wait until the second growth stage for the weeds to come through, you're not going to be able to do anything about them because we can't spray them off. If you're doing full organic farming, you can go through the weeder and you can do it like that, but that's the only weed control we've got. I think some people, because I know that you can use the herbicides do work. Well, I've already tested those. They do work as a preventative measure. So we can put herbicides on the field and it stops the new weeds from coming through. But I don't think the weeder does that. I think if you just run the weeder across the field when you haven't got weeds there, you end up not being able to stop it doesn't stop them coming through later. And it should now work that the weeds don't come through later if you use the weeder in the early stage of growth. So we should, because we haven't actually treated the weeds in any way, we're just planting over them, they should grow again pretty quickly on these fields. That's the plan, anyway. They should grow again pretty quickly. I'm going to do 3 passes on here, because I don't think 2 is going to be enough. I think we're going to be left with a load that will have to be redone anyway. So if I just do 3 passes, it'll keep it a lot tidier. So I'll lift you up there. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to come out this way, swing right the way round. There. And then go back into the field on this side. Like that. So, yeah, with weeds, for us on this particular pass, we should have the weeds come back up through pretty quick once we've done our planting. And I'm kind of hoping it'll work a bit like that with growing. But I don't really know. So it'll be interesting sort of experimenting with doing full organic, where we cannot use herbicides on the field. Now, you can use sprays. You can use, there are fertilizer sprays that you can use with organic farming, because they're organic-based sprays, and there's organic-based granular fertilizers, which are mostly based on seaweeds and things like that. But organic, there are some organic herbicides as well, but those are extremely expensive, and I don't think they're worth using. There's certain weeds as well that you are allowed to spray for, even though you're doing organic farming, because the weeds themselves are quite considered to be quite a nuisance or quite dangerous. But again, I personally don't know which ones they are. I've just heard that there are some that you can spray for. So I don't actually know. I don't even know if that's still a thing. It definitely used to be a thing. It did used to be a thing, but whether it is still a thing, I don't know, because it's been quite a long time since I've had anything to do with it. So if anybody does know a bit more detail about that, that would be absolutely awesome. I know that if you're converting a farm to organic in the UK, it takes 7 years. If you decide one day, right, we're going organic, even if you start immediately doing everything organic, you buy in organic feed for your animals and organic bedding only and organic absolutely everything, it still takes 7 years for your farm to be classed as organic because of the residual chemicals in the soil. And there's nothing you can do about it. But you do get sort of a kind of, there's a premium you get as you're converting over to organic that can help you out. So you're not fully organic, but you're partially organic or something like that, and you do get a little bit of a premium during that time. I know a lot of organic farmers, they don't buy in organic bedding and organic feeds and things like that. They grow a lot of their own. I've known several places that will do that. They said they have a little bit of arable to sort of back up their animals, or they just do 100% grass-fed. And there's different ways of doing it. Right, anyway, that one is going to carry on there. And we are now going to go over to our Fendt over here. We want to get this one up to the shop so that we can start loading up that trailer. We've got bags of fertilizer up there. We're definitely not doing organic just yet. We haven't gotten to organic at all just yet. Why is that one going all the way up round there? That is going to turn round properly and carry on again, isn't it? Just want to double check that it's not being redonkulous. No, it's going. He's away. Oops. Need to do that. Yeah, he's away. He's fine. There's no problems there. Nothing to see here. So, yeah, Fenton Farm. What do you think about moving there? And I'm pretty sure that would be our next map. Is there anything you want to see me do on this map before I would move to Fenton Farm? Fenton Forest, I should say. Would you want me to just go there as soon as we can? Do you want me to actually get cows established on this map before we move? Things like that. I want to hear your input. I want to know what different people think of different ideas that I've thrown around today, and get into the comment section and do so. So we'll just run this up to the dealership, get that trailer hitched on, and we can start loading up some pallets. Beautiful blue trailer right there, with the bright yellow wheels. Bring that one back there. Now, where am I going to... I think, really, we could... Well, I do want to move the trailer a bit. We'll just bring it forward a bit. I think go to about that point right there. Straps. Right. Got plenty of straps on there. Okay. Now we go to the skid steer. Let's have a look at this bad boy. There we go. Right. Back you around there. So yeah, the skid steers that I used quite a few different ones. They were Bobcats. They were all Bobcats, the ones I used. Not a single one of them had tracks. They were all wheels on the sides, like these. And I loved them. I thought they were great. I really did. I got on well with driving those things. A lot of... It's not that, you know, whether it was sort of good or bad driving them. It's fun. Right, it's a lot of fun driving those, and I actually really enjoy driving them. And if I am ever able to realize, I've spoken about it before, my dream of having a small holding one day, anywhere from a couple of acres up to like 30 acres of land, and well, it does depend on how much land I get as to what I might do with it. But, you know, if I had 30 acres of land, I'd probably want a few cows or something like that. And do some vlogs. Do some vlogs of me running my 30-acre small holding with cows. And it wouldn't be milking cows. I'll tell you that right now. Not milking cows, be beef cows. Some beef cows and maybe some sheep or maybe some goats. I genuinely have no idea at the moment. It's pure guesswork. But yeah, possibly a few pigs, possibly some goats, possibly some sheep. I don't really know. Cows is something that I would sort of quite like to get, but the sheep, I'm genuinely not sure. See, I really like lamb. Okay, I really do like. I enjoy eating lamb. However, the rest. The other bit of looking after sheep, I've spent many years looking after sheep, and they can be a lot of hard work, and the paperwork that is involved with keeping sheep, or certainly it used to be the way, which is why goats used to be very often a popular choice for people with a small holding, was because sheep have a massive amount of paperwork with them, whereas goats don't have anywhere near that quantity of paperwork that the sheep would have, and that's why a lot of smallholders would pick goats over sheep. So yeah, I genuinely don't know at the moment. That's one day in the distant future. But what I do know is that should I be fortunate enough to have a small, I'm never going to get that on the trailer. That's not going to happen. That's not going on the trailer, is it? Right, in order to get this to load, let me put it on there. And go like that. See, even there, picking it up and moving it, it's to do with like the way the hitch sort of mechanism works on the bags. Seems to struggle with them a bit and getting them loaded on there. Now, I could have brought the X bar and we could have used that one for loading them up. We don't even need the bar on it, you just need the hook. That would have probably got them up high enough. If I move the trailer maybe and would do that. I think we'll try and do that. let's get one of these bags loaded up at least. We're running out of time now. So I'll just put the straps down there. So we've got that bit on. We got the seed on. And then what I did with the forklift previously was I did it like this, didn't I? So I moved it down, and we were able to do it by pushing the thing up against down here. So we might be able to just do the same thing with the trailer. If we can back down there like that. Get it down to that position there. Kind of just needs to be somewhere in the middle like that. I leave the straps on until I've actually got the bag in place. No, I don't want you. I want you to do it. So we'll try this one to do it. And we'll see how this works. May not work out very well. There. But yeah, if I ever do that, and I sort of start vlogging me running a small holding, however, whatever I might be doing on it, even if I don't get any animals, even if I have a small holding and I just kind of do some of the other bits that I'd, you know, if I've only got like a couple of acres, I may not get animals. I may mostly sort of use it for experimenting with like the primitive technology style videos that I really love to watch. I'd like to be able to do some stuff like that myself. And yeah, I realize that using a bobcat is not exactly primitive technology, but at the same time, I would still... Oop, steady. Right. This is where it's gonna... No, go forward here for this. There. Go forward. And that is... That sort of tipping sensation... It's very familiar to anybody that's ever driven a bobcat. That happens a lot. That is definitely a very familiar sensation where you tilt forwards. I've done that many a time. The handle that you see right there, you'd think that was for pulling yourself in and out. See the handles on either side at the front? That's for like helping you climb out of the vehicle. It's also for holding on when the whole thing tips forward. Trust me on this. Just trust me on this. Take my word for it. It happens a lot. But yeah, regardless of what I was doing, I would love to get a bobcat, and I would definitely be driving one of those around as well. Regardless of the type of video that I was making, I would find a reason to be driving a bobcat. It's just something that would need to be done. Now, I've gone and spun that bag around, so it's going to be interesting to see if there is actually anything different with the performance of this bag compared to the last one as we load it over onto the trailer over here. Let's see, we'll bring that up there. I just need to... This one here is going to go right beside it down there. There we go. So I'm going to put it to that point there. I'm going to back away a little bit. Like that. And then I'm going to take that forward. There. Lower it again. Trying to straighten it is not the easiest thing, but it does work. It definitely works. There. Right, there's two of them loaded. So now what I need to do is I need to take that tractor and I need to turn it round so that we can do the ones on the other side. But we've kind of run out of time for today's episode. So what we're going to end up doing is I'm just going to take you a minute. Straps off and straps on again. So we've got those bags are now locked in place. I'm going to pull this one up and I'm going to turn it round. And then we're going to, that'll be in position ready for our next episode. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, we just put this one in position down here. There we go. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.